Really?
Gotcha. Welcome to Married and Unfiltered. I am Ramon.
And I'm Kiah.
And in this one, we're going to be talking about how our two sides came together, her family and mine. Now, before we go any further, like, subscribe, share, do all of it because it's going to be pure hotness. All right, so you got it, girl.
Oh, all right. So as we say in the intro, we're going to be talking about how we brought two sides of our family together. So if you know us, when we got married, we didn't have a big wedding. Basically, just his mom was there and we got married. That was that. It was last minute, so that.
I think my mom crashed the party. She did.
I didn't say she crashed the party. She wanted to be there at the
She
end of the day.
surprised me.
She did.
She
yeah.
surprised me, but she crashed the party. I was like, oh,
Because
snap.
it was just supposed to be us. We didn't anticipate any family, but that's we're sidetracking. But regardless,
I loved it, so thank you, Mom. I know you watched this.
So regardless, basically our families really didn't know each other. His mom and my parents met maybe the first year we were dating.
Yeah,
Maybe the first year we were dating for a brief moment. And now we were having a baby, obviously, and we had a baby shower. And it came from my mind, but what we wanted was for our families to come together. That was something that meant a lot to me coming into or having this baby. I wanted her to be showered by both of her families because family means absolutely everything. So basically we had both of our families here, my mom, my dad, and his mom, sister, aunt, niece, nephew, and cousin. I'm trying to think what would new to be to you. Cousin. So they were, and then everyone stayed in the same house. So we want to just talk about just how our families are and the different dynamics and basically bringing two families together overall. So the first part, I'm going to ask you this question is, how did you feel having both of our families in a household? Just the feeling of it.
You know, it felt so good. I almost wanted to cry.
I'm actually aligned with you. I can't even argue it. It was like when my parents got here, it was exciting. Then when your parents got here, but then we were all sitting in the living room and talking. It just felt so right.
I tell you, only thing I needed was my son. You probably would have saw an actual tear come out my eye. Thinking about it right now kind of makes me want to tear up a little bit. It was very beautiful to see your family and my family just in the same room at the same time. You don't know how many times it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So every time I think about it, it's just that's the stuff. That's the little things that make you happy. But sometimes those little things you don't get them very often. So I do appreciate the family.
Exactly. And just so if guys again don't know us, our families are literally on the other side of the country. So that is why this doesn't happen. My family's in Virginia, and his family's in Houston, and we live in Florida. So that is just a whole hot mess in itself.
Yeah. Everyone had to make a effort
to be here.
Yeah, and
we appreciate you all for being here. Shout out to
love.
The Allen family and the Lawrence family. Thank you.
The love was abundant in this house, and I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So I'm with you. It was a great feeling that I've been wanting for years for our families to be together. COVID kind of threw a wrench in that plan as well when you got back from Germany. But it was amazing. It was everything that I wanted it to be. Yeah. So let's get into the nitty-gritty stuff. So let's start talk about the differences.
Okay. So one of the first thing that just jumped into my mind, the differences, is waking up in the morning, being proactive.
Woo! Which side do you think that is?
You mean who that's most proactive in the morning? Oh, that's got to be that Allen side over there. Man. So, military people, for the most part, have a tendency to get up fairly early, earlier than probably the normal person who gets their day started. And like every morning I get up for work. It could be at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like I'm walking out the door.
You get up
at
because you
5.
have to get up.
Yeah.
At 5 in the morning. That's the difference.
But even in the days that I don't wake up early, I'm like be laying in the bed till 8 o'clock is late.
Oh yeah.
Well, the Lawrence side of the family probably ain't really looking at getting up until about 9, 10, 11. Ellen side up at 5 o'clock in the morning every morning. Like
every morning,
5 o'clock.
Proactive is crap.
5 o'clock. Dad trying to cut the grass before the sun come up. I'm like, yo, the grass still
You got an electric lawnmower. It's quiet, isn't it? That ain't got nothing to do with it. It's still dark outside. It might be bobcats or something out there. Like, dang.
Man, like that. The first thing that popped in my mind is the proactive. The second thing is probably the willingness to just involve themselves in everything. My family's kind of like, come on now. Your family is like, oh, what you need? I'm in the kitchen, 5 o'clock in the morning, we cooking. And honestly, it's like, for her baby shower, last thing I wanted was for her to do everything. For her to be up there trying to put up decorations and this and that. And I say her baby shower, but I think about it as our baby shower. Yeah. And so having the family being proactive and making sure that the pregnant lady ain't doing too much was a big help. Her family is just more proactive in making that thing get done. And I have to be on her like, yo, stop, yo, like chill.
That is a difference
chill,
for me.
Stop. And she don't want to. So it's not like, oh, well.
Because I'm proactive. That's the problem. So like, I don't like to wait on people.
Nobody get it twisted. I wasn't just letting her do it. I'm trying to like get her to quit. But she hard-headed. Y'all. So go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I was just saying, I agree with you. I'm just naturally proactive. So that's just something that comes from us. So it's like, I don't want to wait on people. I don't even like to ask people to do stuff, actually. Like, I don't mind, I guess, but that's not like gonna be the first thing. I'll just automatically start knocking stuff out. So I'm learning being pregnant, you can't be doing everything. It ain't the easiest in the world.
Yeah.
What other differences would you say?
Oh man, like I wouldn't even say differences, cause no, I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna save it for the things that so.
Surprise?
Not surprise. Actually, yeah, kind of. So can I say this now?
No, let's wait.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so keep with the differences. I would say, like, I was surprised how comfortable your family was, all upstairs.
Oh yeah.
Because my complaining daddy and my complaining mama, they y'all know we got a little bit of bougie in us. We gonna leave it at that. It is what it is. But they want to be comfortable with where they're staying. So they basically had like their own, own bedroom in the bath, but it's just how our house is built. No favoritism, just how the house is built. But their own kind of space. And his family just kind of got in where they fit in and made it work. And I'm like, damn, I ain't mad at that. I appreciate it.
I didn't think about that.
Because I felt bad. Like, we just, we have the room, but everything, the space is kind of being utilized in I guess the right manner, you want to say? Yeah.
So like upstairs, we have like extra bedrooms upstairs and stuff, and then we have like a downstairs suite. So they have like a master bedroom and then like a suite that we kind of like made by putting a big nice door in our downstairs extra bedroom. Mm-hmm. And so her parents had that, but then what Kiah's were alluding to is the upstairs, didn't really have the same
allure. It just you didn't have privacy. It didn't. But I mean, it's still all your family and it works. But I just love how they adapted.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal.
That difference. Yeah, it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't complain. It wasn't. It wasn't like they got this and that,
Yeah, it wasn't jealousy.
Like that was cool. So that was cool. What other differences would you say?
Oh no, that's what I was gonna just.
Okay.
Like expound on. Because my family, it's kind of like me, like, nothing really fazed me. I just be chilling. Like, I don't need a whole lot to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And you kind of saw where it came from. Like, we just chill like that.
I would say something else too is, this might go to kind of the beginning, but my family is very much always on the move. Like, always trying to do. But his family is a lot laid back, slow down. Like, I guess that's the South thing.
Yo, for real. See, she just said it. Shade from the South. So
it's the further South. I'm from the South. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. So that age child, everything slowed down. So like in her family, they
No, we
move,
always
move.
on the move. I mean,
Shoot.
we got the day done before 12 o'clock.
Yeah, my family.
12 noon.
By 12, we over here like, okay.
Getting the day started.
We need to just, it's 12 now. Y'all ready to go? When we ready, we ready. Like, we may move slow when we ready. We ready. So if you ain't ready, you're getting left, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're getting left. What's next, babe?
All right, so we're going to talk about the similarities.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
So, something that I thought was very cool was how, for doing a baby shower, military friends came and they supported. So big ups to all my military peeps that showed up. Love y'all. And I didn't know, this was one of the first times my mom was so chill with being around military people. I mean, talking crap, like they're playing spades and everything. My mom, I could have sworn my mom was in the Navy at some point in her life, and she never told me. That joint was
They were trying to get her to go out to the casino. They were trying to get my mom to go
out to I'm like, how everybody like my friend, like other people more than me? These supposed to be my friends. Y'all want to go out with my mama?
They said, nah, forget you. Where your mama at?
Yo, Miss Lawrence, y'all trying to, you trying to go to the casino? And I'm like, you got to get up in the morning and you taking a flight. But I did say mom can do whatever she want to do because she's a grown woman. But she chose not to. And that's probably better for her because she don't like to get up. So
how is the similarity?
Because your daddy is the same way.
Oh.
And Pops was just cool with it. Like mom everybody just like the way they both just intermingle with, military folks because like her parents, prior military. But my mom wasn't, so I just didn't really assume that all that would just flow so well. And it did. And I was just like, yo, that's dope, Because meanwhile, I didn't have to. So what I'm saying is, it felt so great because I didn't feel like I had to like host everybody, and that was a weight off my shoulders. That was a weight off Kia's shoulders as well because they just knew how to just vibe, man, and it was so lovely, so lovely.
I would say another similarity was like I'm gonna try to use the word as realness, as being that no one felt uncomfortable with one another. I felt like on both sides just engaging with each other, and it wasn't this awkward. You ever been like in a room where you meet someone's parents or family and it's just like this quiet, awkward, or they act different? I'm like, all was us.
Nobody want to be the first person to say something.
Yeah, it should be weird.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, it won't like that. It was, and I guess that kind of goes back to me.
Remember my mama came in the house, he was like, hey!
I wasn't here, no.
Yeah, like your mom and my mom hugged and embraced. I was like, y'all acting like y'all knew each other for years.
For real, right?
I went to high school with you back in the day.
So I can appreciate and like the similarity of everyone just being themselves and just, relaxing out, because I don't know, but I felt like sometimes kind of when I would go to your mom's house, I don't know what to do. I always feel all that comfortable, and it's weird for me, but I didn't know how that was going to be when they came here, and it was like, it wasn't like that at all. So that was nice on both sides.
It gave you an opportunity to see this another side of my mom and my family that you didn't have the chance to witness. And every so often she learns something else about my past. Like I am definitely not an open book. You got to go and dig and find out. You got to do your research.
I would say, I think I said this in the last podcast, I feel like I'm always learning about Ramon. I'm always learning about what's his past and things that happened in his life and, things he's overcome. So it was like, it was good. That part's really good. Any other similarities?
Nah.
No other similarities. Okay.
That's about it. I mean, they both black.
Yeah, true.
Besides the obvious, right? Nothing else. I mean, obviously, besides the fact that they love us and they made the time
to be here, and that's very true. The fact that they wanted to be here, went out their way, to make it here and be here for us, because it's what we asked. See, so y'all I'm gonna say another similarity. People talk about me being spoiled, baby.
What you mean,
baby?
What What did you say?
Baby, this man.
No,
I ain't gonna lie. His mom probably sent more gifts than anybody ever seen in my life. Like, I kept saying, Curly. Dang, these all for your mama.
It wasn't for me.
But
It
for
was
the baby.
baby.
But it's because you her baby.
I am her baby.
And she just, her baby. So, like.
I'm the old baby.
And y'all talk about me being spoiled. Well, people talk about me being spoiled. This guy right here, he ain't far from it. You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I mean, I might be, but you gotta ask my mom. My mama gonna tell you if I'm spoiled or not.
Okay.
You just outside looking in.
Okay. I mean, from what I saw.
You a looking dude.
From what I saw, it felt like it.
Hey, you know what? Something that my mom really did that I love though. She greased my scalp.
Did she really?
Yeah, man.
Dang, where was I at when this happened?
You was asleep.
She was greasing oil.
Oiled it, I guess.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Good. Tell her come back, cause
yeah, that was
work.
dope. That was dope. I ain't gonna lie. I went here and milked that. Mom, can you go ahead and put some coconut?
My mom wouldn't even put braids in my hair.
And she was like, "Come here, baby," and I was like, "Yep, big kid." What's next, babe?
All right, let's see.
Getting off track.
No, we're not. So the things that we were surprised by. I want to go first on this one. So I'm gonna shout out to my sister-in-law. I didn't know Kiah that well. Just a handful of times.
My sister dope, man.
We met her, but when I say somebody stepped up, baby, I was like, girl, like you my sister now for real. Like, and the part my sister wasn't able to be here. So
it would have been too cool.
If Yana was here, but like I respect like. I don't know. I didn't know what to expect, but it was just like she stepped in from the time she got here to the end. Like there's no way that baby shower could have been successful without her being here. And surprised, not in a bad way, but surprised in a good way that, oh my gosh, like she fucked with us for real though. Like she liked me though. So and just I just really. I don't know what to say. I just was really appreciative of her and her coming in, and I know she was happy that we took care of it, but she don't understand how much it meant to us to have her support and her help and her kind of just stepping in and kind of taking the place of essentially my sister not being here. So like I loved it. Yeah. So thank you. That was my surprise.
Thanks, sis. My surprise was that my family showed up. Like. That was such a surprise. Like I saw, like we had a little group chat and we were going back and forth, and everybody was making their plans, and but unfortunately, you always kind of expect for somebody or something, or for not everyone to say they're gonna be there to show up, but everybody did. My uncle couldn't make it because he had to work, and I understand that. However, like his family, you know what I'm saying, his wife and his daughter. My cousin, they showed, so they didn't make any excuses for not, coming because he wasn't coming, and I appreciated that a whole lot. Like that was one of the biggest surprises because I was like, well, okay, cool, and I wouldn't have said nothing. I would have never probably, spoken out loud, but it would have hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, my feelings would have been hurt, and because this baby coming into the world just means so much to me because this one's gonna be with me. And I want this girl to be showered with so much love, like it's just stupid, right? And they help bring the love and all that. I think is still in this house, all the love. It ain't going, it didn't leave with them. It's still here. That's just how I feel. So.
Let me just clarify a little bit of what you said. No, everything you said was good, but I don't want anything to be taken out of context because folks like to take stuff out of context. Out of proportion. So he said that he wants your family to be here for this child. It's because we have the ability for this child to be around her family. So let's just make that part very clear. It's not that you don't want your son to be around a child or anything like that. It's that this child has the ability to have both sides of her family involved and there for her, and we want her to be there. We want her to go to Houston. I want her to go to Virginia. I want her to be around her family 100%. Yeah. So that part I just wanted to clarify because again, folks like to take stuff out of context, and
Don't blow nothing out of
Them
proportion.
Twitter fingers get a little hot and heavy. So let me just clarify some stuff, backing up my man.
Thanks, babe. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Right. What's next?
So no, those are the surprises part.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking about, let's talk about maybe a little bit of what people see when it comes to in-laws. Like, I do think there's like this negative notion sometimes of.
So I've
you
heard,
ever feel that?
I've heard
You hear
people
that?
say, "Oh, this the in-laws, they're coming over,"
Yeah.
or that feeling that the husband doesn't really like the wife's parents or something like that, or vice versa, or like the wife thinks that her man's is a mama's boy or something like that, and when the mama come, there's an issue with the wife or something like that. Nope, not over here. I enjoy her parents. Like her dad want to come through and go ahead.
My dad wanted to damn remodel the whole house.
Like you want to put a backsplash? Put the backsplash. Go ahead, do your thing.
Now
Pop.
he worse him. Don't get me wrong.
Go ahead. I
But-
appreciate you. Like, you know what? I was gonna save it to the end, but I'm gonna say it now. The stove broke. The stove broke during the the baby shower. Like, it was cooking and everything, and the stove door just came off the hinge and just broke. Well, thanks, Pop, for getting the piece to put it back on. He took the door apart. He took the door apart. I left, came back. There was a door sitting on my counter.
3 pieces? Was it 3 pieces? 2 pieces in
About
the oven?
3 or 4 pieces.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, thanks, Pop. I appreciate it.
This the piece you need right here.
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have paid somebody, but now I had to learn how to put an oven door together.
Cause I'm ready to buy a whole new stove at that point. So like, trust me, we save big money.
So Pop, like he definitely like compelled me to figure out how to put this bad boy together, and I did. I put it back together. The stove is working. Only cost $35 for the piece.
That, yeah.
So I'm like,
and
hey,
a new stove is like $800. So we saved $750.
There you
I
go.
would say give or take.
There you go. And I'm just sitting here like, well, thanks, Pop. I appreciate it. I keep on saying he cut the grass because he cut the grass like twice, and he really had a hard time.
5 days.
Yeah.
Y'all.
He really had a hard time just sitting still. It wasn't enough for him to do here.
No, we actually have when they come here for when the baby's born, we have I have a daddy to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
And that is to keep him busy for the time frame, which is crazy. It sounds crazy and people think like I'm trying to put him to work, but it's so my mom can stay here and he can stay sane. So it's for everybody's mental sanity.
Yeah. And this stuff I probably don't want to do anyway. So.
Exactly. This man like redid all the fire sticks in the house.
We got all the fire sticks.
I don't know, like whatever.
All the fire sticks.
But I just want to kind of finish talking about the in-law piece. So people, not just our experience, but also like being able to have some type of bond with your in-laws. Like it doesn't have to be this, that's not my family, that's his family type of thing, or vice versa. It's like we're all family.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said in the beginning, it was so important for everyone to be here because we are all family, no matter, where we come from, what our backgrounds are, who we are as people, any of that. So I would just say, like, if you have issues with the in-laws and maybe you're not quite there, just try a little harder. Try a little harder because it's especially drinks, with kids. Yeah.
Have you some drinks, find a common place.
Yeah.
And just hash out whatever you have, and at the end of the day, go back to the love. That's what brings you together anyway. And if you always do things, or if you consistently have the word, I'm doing this with love in my heart. If you have that phrase in your mind as you have a conversation with somebody, a lot of times it put checks and balances on you that you wouldn't normally, listen to or adhere to, So if you just approach the situation with love, 9 times out of 10.
In-law situation can always be great. I actually met someone and she said like her in-laws are like basically like almost like her second mom and dad. And they, keep the kids and like it's just she calls on them before she calls her parents. Not that her parents aren't any good, but they just are there for them in that way. So I think that part is amazing. And I want that to be the case. I want to be able to call my in-laws whenever, wherever. I want Zuri to be able to just be like, she want to call her Dana.
Yeah.
Or she want to call her TT Kiah, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and I can do that. And I don't have to be like, well, wait till your daddy come home. That shit crazy.
And if you listen to this and you got to go through that, I'm sorry. Like,
I know. I agree. I'm sorry. I don't like that.
I know that could be a headache. I'm sure that it's frustrating, and I'm sure you don't want it to be that way. And there's some extenuating circumstance that keep it that way.
Yeah.
And if you've done everything you could, and all you got to do is just let things go.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can't force relationships, but I would just say always try.
Yeah.
Nah.
What's next?
Then why you just keep what's next to me?
Cause man, I'm trying to make sure we get this thing done.
We got one last. We wrapping it up.
We
now.
got 25 minutes.
We
right
wrapping
now. I bet
it.
these people tired. I know they think we sexy and like our voices sound great for the podcast.
We wrapping it up now.
But
So the last part is, what would we like to see in the future? When it comes
I would like to see about $1 billion.
You didn't even let me finish the statement.
I'm sorry.
What would we like to see in the future with both of our families?
Just more of what we saw for the baby shower. Like, I mean, just more of them.
Continuing to be together, continuing to kind of be all as one, and I am working as a total family, a Lawrence-Allen family, and keeping us all together. That makes me happy. I said I want to do a whole like cruise trip and everything.
Yeah, like doing like real family.
Like real trips. Family stuff, like stuff, almost like
the stuff I see. I hate to say this, but like happy family stuff people do. Stuff you see on TV where it's like, remember Home Alone when the whole family went on a trip and stuff like that. I want to do stuff like that. I really thought all that stuff was in the movies, but
we can make it happen.
Yeah, I want to do stuff like that.
Yeah,
I want to do some only in the movies stuff.
Yes. So taking trips and, if it all happens, my parents moving possibly closer to us and we can move to Texas, then we'll all be close together.
Ooh.
I know. I overthink that. We move to Texas, my parents get close to us, your parents aren't, your family's in Texas. So, bam.
Yep. By a whole community, and then everybody live in the same community.
I'm a creep because I'll be okay with all of that. I'm like, I don't know. I'm happy with it. I don't say I need because I have not had them that close in 5 years. In a minute. 5 years, I guess, 5-6 years. So, but that would be my dream come true, to be totally honest. So, family, if y'all want to buy a cul-de-sac of some land, we can build some houses and create our own streets, our own little mini community or whatnot, and all live close by.
Let's do it.
And we can go live our best life and have babysitters on deck.
Babysitters.
No, that's terrible.
At
but
the end of the day, look. If you try and have a takeaway from this, we need babysitters. Okay.
We by ourselves. People don't understand that part. Like
we work full time. We need babysitters. Man.
And daycare is only during the weekday.
It's
only during the weekday.
I'm still young.
Not that we trying to drop our kids off nowhere.
I'm trying to drop my kids off somewhere.
No, but realistically, we just have to figure out a plan. But hey, there's more to come about that because we will be talking about baby preparation on the next.
Yeah. And also, if y'all stuck around to all the way here, I want to say thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you all.
We've been, looking up more other topics and got some great ideas from our Facebook contributors, I would say. Friends, but I say contributors because they were adding, some content,
True.
some context to content.
True.
And so, thank y'all. Like, it didn't fall on deaf ears. If it's something that y'all want to hear that we talking about, go ahead and get them fingers to going in them comment sections.
Or slide in the DMs.
Yeah, you can slide in her DMs if you want to. And then, we can just go ahead and expound on some more of those topics. At the end of the day, we are married and unfiltered, so we like to keep it that way. We appreciate y'all, and we out.
See you next time.